Blessed day, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Math with Mrs. O. I'm Ophelia Orate, principal owner of a school and a tutorial center, a math teacher, and an author of 21 books. Today, we're going to have a reviewer for college entrance exam like UPCAT, ACET, DLSUCET, PUPCET, etc. Let's start by you smashing the subscribe button and hit the bell button. Okay, let's proceed. Problem number 1. Sarah has 60 coins. So you have a total of 60 coins consisting of 25 centavo and 10 centavo coins worth 11 pesos and 70 centavos. How many 25 centavo coins does she have? Okay, now we can let X be the number of 25 centavos. So the number of 25 centavo coins. And since you have a total of 60 coins, you can let 60 minus X be the number of 10 centavo coins. Okay, why did I let X be the number of 25 centavo coins? Make it a habit to let the variable X, A, B, C, D, any English alphabet be the variable for the unknown, so that when you solve for X, you know that this is already the final answer. Because sometimes if you let X here be the number of 10 centavo coins and you solve for X, and then you immediately encircle the number you got for X, and then you realize that the problem is asking for the 25 centavo coins. So it would be better to be safe from the start. You let X be the number of 25 centavo coins because this is the one the problem is asking for. Okay, you can actually use two variables here, X and Y, letting Y be the number of 10 centavo coins. But I don't suggest that because it will take a longer time. So since the total coins is given, again, we let X be the number of 25 centavo coins, and we let 60 minus X be the number of 10 centavo coins. Now, we have a total of 11 pesos and 70 centavos, so we have 0.25X, which is the amount of the 25 centavo coins, plus 0.10 times the quantity 60 minus X is equal to 11.70. In cases like this, where you have decimal points or decimals, you multiply by 100 to all sides, both sides, 100 to all. Why? Because this is 1, 2, this is 1, 2, and this is 1, 2. To remove the decimals, it is easier when you're dealing with whole numbers. So 100 times 0.25 becomes 25X. Remember, when you're multiplying by 100, you just move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So 100 times 0.10 is 10 times the quantity 1, 2. Move the decimal point 2 places to the right, times the quantity 60 minus X equals 1, 2, move it to the right, that's 1,170 because we multiplied 100 to each of the terms. So now let's simplify. 25X plus 10 times 60 is 600 minus 10 times X is 10X equals 1,170. Combine the x's, so we have here 25x minus 10x is 15x plus 600 equals 1,170. Transpose 600 to the other side, so we have here 15x equals 1,170 minus 600. So 15x equals 0 minus 0 is 0, 7 minus 0 is 7, 11 minus 6 is 5. Then to isolate x, divide both sides by 15. So we have here 570 divided by 15 is, okay, 57 divided by 15 is 3. 3 times 15 is 45. 7 minus 5 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring down 0. 120 divided by 15. So let's approximate. So if we have around 8. 8 times 5 is 40, carry 4. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 4, that is 12. So x is equal to 38. So see, there are 38 25 centavo coins, and the problem is asking for the 25 centavo coins. So the final answer is letter C. Okay, problem number 2. 3 to the negative 3 minus 3 to the negative 2 all over 2 to the 4th is equal to what? Okay. We have to recall that a to the negative n is equal to 1 over a to the n. You learned this when you were in grade 7. So therefore, 3 to the negative 3 is equal to 1 over 3 cubed, which is 1 over 27. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. And 3 to the negative 2 is equal to 1 over 3 squared, or 1 over 9. Then substitute the values here. So 3 to the negative 3 here is 1 over 27 minus 3 to the negative 3 is 1 over 9 all over 2 to the 4th. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. Now, you add or subtract these two first. LCD is 27. 27 divided by 27 is 1 times 1 is 1. 27 divided by 9 is 3 times 1 is 3. All over 16. So now you have here 1 minus 3 is just the same as 1 plus negative 3 or negative 2 over 27 over 16. Now, you have a complex fraction. It means that the denominator is 16 over 1. So, negative 2 over 27 times the reciprocal of this, which is 1 over 16. Do not multiply 27, 16. Remember, this is an exam, so you should know how to cancel, deal with shortcuts. So, 2 and 16 are cancelable. 2 divided by 2 is 1, negative 1, because this is negative. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Is there still anything which are cancelable? No more. So negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. 27 times 8. 8 times 7, 56, carry 5. 8 times 2, 16 plus 5 is 21. So the correct answer is negative 1 over 216. Where is that? Letter D. There. So let us just recall, when we are dividing by fraction over a fraction, you multiply the numerator by the reciprocal of the denominator. Then do not multiply this immediately. Look for numbers which can be cancelled. One in the numerator and the other one must be in the denominator. Let's now proceed to problem number 3. What is the sum of the first 100 odd numbers? There is a shortcut here. The shortcut is for you to add the first odd and the last odd and then multiply by the number of pairs. Okay, so like for example here, you have 100 odd. So how many pairs are this? There are 50 pairs. 50 pairs. Now, what is the first odd number? Positive. First positive odd. 1. What is the last positive odd number from 1 to 200? It's 199. Okay. Why 199? Why 1 to 200? Because, for example, from 1 to 10, there are 5 odd and 5 even. From 1 to 20, how many are odd? There are 10 odd numbers and there are 10 even numbers. Therefore, and so on and so forth. Therefore, if you want 100 odd and 100 even, then you should take the numbers from 1 to 200. That makes the smallest to be 1 and the biggest or largest to be 199. Add them. Okay, what's the next one? 3. And the next one, 137. Next is 5. Lower than 197 is 195. Next is 7. And then this is 193. And so on and so forth. Now, how many pairs are we going to have which will add up to 200? Did you notice? When you add this, you get 200. Add this, you get 200. Here, you always get 200. And here, you get 200. If we have to consider the first 100 odd numbers, how many pairs are we going to have here? We're going to have 50 pairs. So, to take a shortcut, each pair will always have a sum of 200 and then there are 50 pairs in all. So, multiply them, you have the sum of the first 100 odd numbers. So, we have here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0. 5 times 2 is 10. So, the sum is 10,000. Okay, repeat. What do? You get the smallest and the biggest. And then add them, you have 200. Multiply by 50 pairs. This is the sum of the first 100 odd numbers. Now, in case you do not want that shortcut, you can use your S of n formula that you learned from the arithmetic sequence, which is the sum of the first n numbers will be n over 2 times the quantity a sub 1, which is the first term, and a sub n, the nth term. You can also use that. Okay, so let us apply it here. So the sum of the 100 odd numbers will be equal to what? N over 2. N is 100 over 2 times a sub 1 is the first term or the first odd. So the first odd is 1 and a sub n is the 100 term. So in this case, this is a sub 100. Now, if you want to solve for a sub 100, a sub 100 here is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1, 100 minus 1, or 99d. So a sub 100 is now 1 plus 99d. D is the common difference. If you had odd numbers, you have like 1, 3, 5. What's the common difference here? It's 2. There. So you have a sub 100 to be 1 plus 99 times 2. 9 times 2, 18, carry 1. 9 times 2, 18 plus 1, 198. So the 100th term is 199. There. So this is now 100 over 2 is 50 times 200. This will give you 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. 5 times 2 is 10, 10,000. Did you notice that you also got there 199, 1, and then 50 pairs? So it's almost the same. So it's your choice. You can take a shortcut or you can use the formula for getting the sum of the n terms of an arithmetic sequence. Next problem is problem number 4. What is the last digit of 3 to the 247? You're going to multiply 3 247 times, 1 hour will not be enough. So there has to be a shortcut again here. Let's call my shortcut Aura technique. When I was teaching in Ateneo and in Philippine Science High School, and I teach my student shortcut, they always ask me, Mom, what is the name of that shortcut? I don't really know where the shortcut came from. Sometimes it came from years of experience, so I just say, let's just call my shortcut Aura technique. Because my family name is Orate, so I call it Aura technique. Okay, let's go back to this. Now, the shortcut is this. You look for a pattern. 3 to the 1 will have a last digit of 3. 3 squared is 3 times 3, 9. The last digit is 9. 3 cubed is 3 times 3, 9 times 3 is 27. It's 27, but we're not interested of the 2, so let's not write it anymore. 3 to the 4th is 27 times 3 is 81. There. If you continue, 3 to the 5th, 81 times 3, 1 times 3 is 3. It is 243, but we're not interested of the 24, so we just write it 3. 3 to the 6 is 3 times 3, again 9, 729 actually. Then 3 to the 7, 9 times 3, 7. And then 3 to the 8, 7 times 3, 21, carry 2. So what did you observe? Did you observe that there is a pattern? The pattern repeats after the 4th time you multiply 3, you go back to 3 again, and then 9, and then 7, and then 1. Therefore, there must be a shortcut here. You have to divide 247 by 4. But wait, there is a shortcut inside the shortcut. Why? A number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So all you have to do is to divide 47 by 4. So it will be faster, you know. You're taking an entrance exam, so you should know many shortcuts. So 47 divided by 4. Okay, let's start with 4 divided by 4. 1 times 4 is 4. Minus, bring down 7 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 again is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. The remainder is 3. Therefore, 1, 2, 3. There. The last digit is letter C, 7. So your answer will be 3. The last digit is 3, meaning the last digit is 3 if the remainder is 1. If your remainder is 2, your last digit is 9. If your remainder is 3, just like this, your last digit is 7. And you can't have a remainder 4 because we're dividing by 4. So therefore, here there will be no remainder, or remainder is 0. What if you're asked to find the last digit of 2 to the, let's say, 10,062? What do? You also look for the pattern, just like what we did here. So you look for the pattern. 2 to the 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 2 cubed is 8, and 2 to the 4th is 16. But we're interested of the last digit only, so you cancel 1. Let's say you proceed 2 to the 5th, 6 times 2, carry 1, that will be 32. 2 to the 6th, 2 times 2, 4 again, that will be 64. 2 to the 7th, 4 times 2 is 8, 128. 2 to the 8th is 8 times 2, 16. So there is a pattern again. So what do? You just divide $10,062 by 4. Why are we dividing by 4? Because the pattern repeats after the 4th time we multiply it by 2. But wait, a number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So you don't have to divide everything there. You divide the last 2 digits by 4. 6 divided by 4, 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. 22. Bring down 2. 22 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. So the remainder is 2. Since the remainder is 2, your last digit will be 4. Here. Your last digit is 2 if the remainder is 1. 4 is if the remainder is 2. The last digit is 8 if the remainder is 3. And if there is no remainder, your last digit is 6. Did you get that? Okay. Let's proceed to problem number 5. Given the figure, triangle ABC is isosceles. Line segment AB here is congruent to line segment BC. Ray AX and ray CX are angle bisectors. What is the measurement of angle B? Okay, if ray AX here and ray CX are angle bisectors, by definition of angle bisectors, then this angle will be congruent to this, and this is also congruent to this. There. And by the isosceles triangle theorem, since line segment AB is congruent to line segment BC, this, there, the whole of angle A or angle BAC will be congruent to angle BCA. Therefore, by transitive property, you will see that since angle BAC and angle BCA are congruent and they are divided into 2 equal parts, then all of them are congruent to each other. So that would mean we can get the measurement of these 2 angles here given this triangle. Triangle AXC has angle X to be 130. So 180 minus 130 gives us a 50. Then we divide it by 2. 50 divided by 2. Why? We get 25. Why? Because this is congruent to this. So that would mean angle XAC is 25 degrees, and so is angle XCA, 25. But these two are congruent, so this is also 25, and this is 25. So this whole thing, angle BCA is 50, and angle BAC is also 50. 50 plus 50 is 100, so therefore, angle B will be 80. There. 50 plus 50 is 100 plus 80 is 180. Therefore, angle B is 180 degrees. Problem number 6. What is the area of the shaded figure? So the area of the shaded figure here will be equal to the area of this whole sector minus the area of the triangle. this triangle. Do you see that? The whole sector minus the triangle will give you the area of the shaded region. So this will now be equal to the area of the sector. Remember, the area of a sector is the measurement of the angle over 360 times pi r squared minus triangle is base times height divided by 2. But this is a right triangle, so your base is your r, height, or this is your base, that's your height. There, this can be your base, r over 2, times this can be your height, times r, divided by 2. When we're dividing by 2, it's the same as multiplying by 1/2. So, therefore, what is our A here? The measurement of the angle here, that is 90 over 360 times pi r squared minus r times 1 is r squared. This is understood to be 1, so r squared over 4. You can see that these two are cancelable. So you have here 90 divided by 90 is 1, 360 divided by 90 is 4. So we have here pi r squared all over 4 minus r squared all over 4. Since the denominators are both the same, you can write this as pi r squared minus r squared all over 4. So the correct answer is, oh, it's not here. So the answer is letter E. Now let's proceed with problem number 7. Very basic problem. Basic mathematics, I mean. In which number is 7 of the greatest value? Okay, let's take a look at this one by one. This is tenths, this is hundreds. So, 7 hundredths with THS at the end. This is 7 ones. This is 7 tenths. This is tenths, hundreds, so 7 hundredths again. This is tenths, hundreds, thousands. So, which one is of the greatest value? Of course, the answer is letter B. There, I hope I was of help to you. You can go over the problems again and try doing the exercises on your own. And don't forget to add kindness, subtract judgment, multiply understanding equals Mrs. O's good life equation. Smash the subscribe button and hit the bell button. Bye. Thank you.